Today we're making a very dainty appetizer. Sobrang pretty niya on the plate, and it's nice to serve if you have visitors around. It's called shrimp toast.
Simpol, simpol. Luto na, ha.
We start off with white sliced bread. So ito siya. I just arrange it in a pan to dry off. So gusto natin na medyo tuyo siya ng konti. Or if you have day-old or 3 days old na white bread loaves, you can use it for this purpose. So what we do now is we trim off the edges. So pwede hindi nyo i-trim off ang edges. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off the edges para very elegant yung dating niya. And the bread na matitrim off, gagawin kong breadcrumbs, no? And we cut it into 4 pieces, no? 4 squares. So dapat sobrang sharp ng ating knife. So, meron tayong pieces of bread, put aside. Let it dry out, no? We spread it around para mas mag-dry out siya, para maging firm. Itong mga edges natin, gagawin ko, i-mince ko, i-chop ko into small pieces para ihalo ko sa aking filling. Just watch your fingertips so you don't cut your fingertips. So, you see, it's easy to break apart. Or you can use a food processor if you want. So, wala tayong tapon. We're using the bread. So, I just chopped it up to make my own breadcrumbs. Yan. I just put it in a bowl. And I add an egg. So I let the egg mix with our breadcrumbs so that it absorbs, no? Put it aside. And meron din akong ground pork dito. Ihalo ko na rin siya. And I'm going to use some shrimp. So, meron ako ditong around 8 pieces of shrimp. And I also chop it up. So, ito siya. You can do it purong shrimp. You can do it all pork. But now, I'm using a combination of pork and shrimp. So, we're using sustainably farmed shrimp for this from the Sustainable Grocer. See that? It's chopped up. We'll chop it up more. So, para siyang giniling na hipon. And we immediately add it to our bowl. So, what we have in our bowl is our breadcrumbs with an egg, ground pork, and our chopped up shrimp. Then I begin to season. And we season with 1 teaspoon of fish sauce, patis, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, toyo, and we add a tablespoon of sugar. We also add minced onions or shallots, grated ginger, minced garlic, and chopped spring onions. And we mix into a smooth paste. Yan. Mix natin ng maayos. And I just add a little bit of flour, around 2 tablespoons, just to bind it up more. And so it's getting to be very sticky ang ating meat and shrimp mixture. And I finish with a little bit of white pepper, just half a teaspoon of white pepper. And if you want, it's really optional, you can also drizzle a bit of sesame oil. Just around a tablespoon of sesame oil to give it a very nice aroma. So what you can do also is to give it a bouncy texture, is to slap the meat. Yan, okay? And we're ready. And we will add our shrimp paste into our toast. I'll also begin to heat our pan so that we can work straight away. Get a tiny serving of our shrimp and press it into one side of the toast. So ito sobra tong sarap. This is a very delicious appetizer. Medyo matrabaho ng konti, but when you eat it, it's going to be so satisfying. And also very impressive. It's quite a bit of work, but the concept is so simple. So we've already made a few. So ito, we're going to fry this. But to make it a little bit fancier, kasi ginagawa na rin natin siya, we have an egg, just beat that egg. So this step is optional, guys, ha? So you don't have to do it. Ako lang, gusto ko lang na mas fancier yung aking shrimp toast. I just brush the top of our meat. A simple but actually unnecessary step, but I still like to do. And I sprinkle some sesame seeds on top. So we're ready to fry our shrimp toast. Medium heat, so we don't want to burn it, around 180 degrees. And we drop it down into the oil. Meat side first. Yan. So sigurado tayong luto yung ating shrimp toast. Yan. And manonotice mo, pag medyo nag-brown, when the edges have started to brown, that's the time you turn over your shrimp toast. So the other side cooks as well. Look at that. Isn't that appetizing? Di ba kayo natatakam dyan? And our bread underneath is also toasted, it's also fried, so it becomes even sweeter. And we just set this aside and we're ready to plate. Kung iniisip nyo na medyo hassle siya, actually, hindi, para ka lang naman gumagawa ng bola-bola, then you just spread it into a piece of bread. And we just transfer it to a serving plate. Tingnan mo. So, medyo fancy-fancy. May banana leaves pa tayo to keep with the Asian theme of our dish. And we just serve with sweet chili sauce on the side. Yan. Titikman ko muna yung aking shrimp toast. Pasado ba? Yan. Just a little bit. And scoop inside, oh. And you really taste the flavor of the shrimp because of the notes of ginger and the little sugar we added. So guys, you may not do this every day, pero maganda naman may balak ang recipe if you want to impress someone. So here it is, our shrimp toast, Simpol! Nagustuhan niyo ba ang video na to? Please share para lalong dumaming ating mga kasimpol. And don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram accounts.